In the dark room, I found heaven. I closed the door behind me with tears I could not hide. The weight upon my shoulders felt heavier that night. No worship playing softly, no strength left in my soul, just silence in the shadows and a heart that lost control. The mirror showed a stranger, so tired and afraid, a person barely breathing beneath the pain and shame. I sat there in the darkness with my head down on my knees, too broken for a sermon, too weak to even speak. But somewhere in the silence, beyond the fear and pain, your presence filled the darkness like healing in my veins. In the dark room, I found heaven on the floor where my tears fell down. In the silence, you came closer when I thought you could not be found. No thunder, no fire, just peace wrapped around my soul. In the dark room, I found heaven, and suddenly I was not alone. The clock kept moving slowly, the night refused to end, but something holy happened inside that brokenness. You did not speak in power, you did not shake the walls. You loved me through the silence, and somehow that was all. Every hidden question, every wound I never showed, you touched without a warning, like only heaven knows. And all the pain inside me that I buried for so long began to lose its power the moment you came close. I learned that sacred moments are not always loud. Sometimes heaven whispers when the world shuts down. In the dark room, I found heaven on the floor where my whole heart broke. In the stillness, you surrounded every fear I could not hold. No spotlight, no stage lights, just mercy reaching through the dark. In the dark room, I found heaven, and you rebuilt my heart. Maybe God loves midnight because distractions disappear. Maybe broken people can finally hear him there. When the masks fall off and the performance ends, that is where his presence begins to enter. And I was crying, you were listening. I was empty, you were filling. I was falling, you were holding all along. feels heavy tonight, if your soul feels exhausted, do not run from the silence, because sometimes the place where you finally break down becomes the exact place where heaven walks in. I heard God in the rain. I thought God only moved in powerful ways, through miracles, through fire, through loud moments that everyone could see. But one night, with rain falling hard against my window, and my heart too broken to even pray, I discovered something holy. God also speaks through silence, through tears, through storms. And sometimes you hear Him clearest when your whole life is falling apart. Rain was running down the glass like tears across the sky, and every drop felt heavier than the ache I hid inside. The piano played so slowly, like sorrow had a name, and every trembling note sounded like my pain. I sat there by the window with shadows in my mind, trying not to break apart one more time tonight. No strength left for pretending, no faith left to perform, just a shattered soul listening to the storm. And in the middle of the thunder, when my world became undone, your quiet voice found me like the rising of the sun. I heard God in the rain when everything around me collapsed. In the cold dark silence, He held together what I had left. No fire from heaven, no loud revelation, just peace falling softly again. While the whole world was breaking, I heard God in the rain. The night felt never-ending, the air was cold as stone, and for the first time in forever, I stopped trying to be strong. Because broken people whisper the prayers they cannot say, and somehow heaven listens to every tear that falls that way. You did not speak in power, you did not shake the room, you wrapped yourself around me inside the midnight gloom. And suddenly the silence did not feel empty anymore, because I realized your presence had been there all along. Maybe storms are sacred, maybe pain can become prayer, maybe God gets closest when despair fills the air. I heard God in the rain as lightning painted cracks across the sky, when my heart was exhausted and too weak to keep asking why. No angels singing, no bright emotions, just mercy breathing through And there beside the window I heard God in the rain. The storm outside kept screaming, but your voice was calm and low. Not condemning, not distant, just close enough to hold my soul. And every drop of rain kept falling like heaven touching the earth, until my tears became worship and my sorrow became a church. You stayed when I felt abandoned. You listened when I had no words left. You loved me at my lowest moment, and somehow that changed everything. I heard God in the rain while my broken heart laid on the floor. And though the storm kept raging, I was not afraid anymore, because deep in the silence, beyond the thunder, your presence carried me again. And when my whole world collapsed, I heard God in the rain. If you are crying tonight, if the storm feels louder than your faith, sit still for a moment, because sometimes the rain is not there to destroy you. Sometimes it is heaven speaking softly to a heart that finally stopped running. The room was dark again, only the sound of quiet breathing and a prayer no one else could hear. Night after night, the same tears fell on the same floor. No thunder from heaven, no visible miracle, just silence. But sometimes God stays silent because He is sitting beside you in the pain. Not absent, not distant, just closer than words. God was silent, but He never left. I used to whisper your name with my face against the floor. Every night felt colder than the night before. I was waiting for answers, for a sign inside the rain, but heaven stayed quiet and nothing seemed to change. I read the same old Bible till the pages started to tear. And even in the silence, I kept looking for you there. But my heart grew tired, my faith began to shake. I wondered if you heard me with every prayer I prayed. I thought silence meant abandonment, I thought distance meant goodbye. But I was wrong the whole time. God was silent, but He never left. Every tear I cried was held against His chest. When I felt alone in the darkest valley, He was sitting there beside me. Even when heaven but he never left me. There were nights I stopped praying, too exhausted to believe. I stared at broken pieces of the person I used to be. No fire from the heavens, no voice inside the storm, just an unseen presence trying to keep me warm. And slowly through the silence I began to understand, not every kind of rescue starts with thunder in your hands. Sometimes you stay hidden inside the deepest pain, because your quiet presence was the strength that kept me sane. Now I know silence is not emptiness, and waiting is not the end. Sometimes you are closest then. God was silent, but he never left. Every shattered part of me was safe inside his hands. When my world was falling and I could barely breathe, he was holding on to me. Even when heaven said nothing, love was still speaking softly. God was silent, but he never left me. Maybe the miracle was not the answer I wanted. Maybe the miracle was surviving the night. Maybe you were carrying me when I thought I was alone. Maybe your silence was love staying close. God was silent, but he never left. Now I see his footprints inside every step, through every broken prayer, through every sleepless night. He was there the whole time, and even when I could not hear him, heaven was still alive around me. Oh, God was silent, but he never left me. No, he never left me. If you're praying tonight and all you hear is silence, do not confuse silence with absence. Sometimes the closest God ever gets is when he says nothing at all.